Welcome to my film review of Astra. So this is a huge blockbuster movie with Brad Pitt. It's about space. We'd expect this to be an absolute beast of a movie, right? That's what I thought. Coming to the cinema today, there's not a great deal out right now, certainly not that I haven't seen. It was Ad Astra and Rambo. Went to see Ad Astra first, and my God am I disappointed. What a load of rubbish that was. I just don't know what it was about. I just literally have no idea what that was supposed to be about. I like space, love space movies. It's the anniversary of the space walk this year, 2019, and I've been watching a lot of space stuff recently about the moon landing, and I've got to be honest, I did feel I was a little bit, maxed out with my space intake of stuff, and that could have an effect. I also only slept for 3 hours last night. I was pretty tired. That could have had an effect, but ultimately I can't believe they made this movie, and I can't believe Brad Pitt was in it. It felt like they were like, okay, if we put Tommy Lee Jones and Brad Pitt in a movie, it doesn't matter whether the movie's got any good content, it's got Brad Pitt in and Tommy Lee Jones. Well, that kind of worked for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely saved that movie, but not in this, I'm afraid. I'm lost for words. So to start with, movie starts, it gets straight on with it. You've got a bit of space stuff going on, and you're thinking, oh, this is fantastic. Look at the spectacular views. This is definitely a movie you want to see in the cinema, for the cinematic spectacular. And I was also thinking it'd make a good 4DX viewing. It'd be good to upgrade on this one, go in the moving seats. Definitely, that's what I was thinking early on. And you're waiting for the film to get going, to let you know what's this about. And Brad Pitt's brilliant in it, but ultimately it doesn't go anywhere. It starts to go somewhere, and you keep thinking, right, after an hour I thought, right, we're starting to get going now. It's a 2-hour movie. After an hour I was like, yep, this is where it's kicking in. This is where it's finally going to get going. And then it didn't. And then another half an hour later you're thinking, okay, this is the big reveal. This is where it's going to be like twist, turn. Oh, what a surprise, what a shock. No. It was yawn fest. It was like the bit at the end, the end sequence, the last half hour kind of thing, where you're like, this is gonna be what it was all worthwhile. This is what it's all been leading up to. No, not at all. My God. I mean, like I say, I love space, fascinated by space, love Brad Pitt, like space movies, but this was terrible. I cannot wait to hear what the reviews are like this. I would expect them to be absolutely shocking. But that said, I'm not a high intellectual who reads books and looks for deeper meanings in movies. This movie could have had all kinds of deeper meanings going on, that you were supposed to be reading into, like psychology and relationships with humans and stuff like that. No, maybe it was there, but I wasn't hearing it. I wasn't seeing it. I just expected a little bit more action. That being said, I saw the trailer, and I remember thinking from the trailer, looks a bit pants, that movie. I'm not actually particularly looking forward to that. But like I say, there's not much out at the moment, and if you thought the same as me, that the trailer looks a little bit pants, then the movie is pants. If you thought the trailer looked amazing, maybe this will suit you, but for me, a big thumbs down. To give you some idea, if you liked The Martian, with that other bloke, whatever he's called, Matt Damon, is it? I love that movie. I've seen that about 5 or 6 times. It's a kind of movie I feel like I could watch once a month and never get bored of it. Fascinating. And you could argue that it was similar in that it's slow-paced. This movie is very, very slow-paced. Doesn't really feel like there's ever anything huge ever happening. But with The Martian, it's just a fascinating journey, and the story unfolds beautifully. Whereas on this, it doesn't feel like there is a story unfolding. Was there a story? What was the plot? I don't know what the purpose was. I didn't read the synopsis, but I've just read it now, and it's a lie. Listen to this. I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm gonna read you the synopsis, okay? astronaut Roy McBride, which is Brad Pitt, travels to the outer edges of the solar system to find his missing father, Tommy Lee Jones, and unravel a mystery that threatens the survival of the planet. Oh, this is Independence Day, you know, this is Armageddon. His journey will uncover secrets that challenge the nature of human existence and our place in the cosmos. Bull crap! None of that happened. Yes, he did the journey to the outer space. He found his father, but you didn't really get the magnitude of the essence of the threat of the survival of our planet. You know, it was hinted upon, but it wasn't really. You didn't really feel it. Not like Independence Day, Armageddon, where they made it crystal clear. My God, it's going to be a catastrophe for human Earth. I never felt that. Never felt that at all. His journey will uncover secrets. Ooh, no, it didn't. Didn't uncover any secrets. In fact, the secrets that it seemed to uncover was that there wasn't any secrets. That was the secret. Unless I missed something. God, it was boring. Yeah, human existence. So, what was I going to say? So the movie. Let's see what notes I made. Okay, Brad Pitt's got a running commentary on this, so he's kind of letting you know what's going on inside his head, a little bit like the film Memento, where the main character's kind of like commentating, letting you know what he's thinking. So that happens, and not much else. I'm sorry, but you know, the relationship with his dad bored me. Big deal, bit weird, you know. Didn't do anything for me. The movie is set ever so slightly in the future. Make sure you get there early, well, in good time, because there's writing comes up right at the very beginning that you need to read. But I mean, what can I say? It's set in the future, where travel to the moon is now commercial. You know, Virgin Atlantic type thing. You can just give Virgin a ring and say, hey, I want to book flights to the moon. That's where we are. You know, like a little bit in the future. And nothing interesting happens. Nothing interesting, nothing exciting. This was a shocker. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to waste any more of your time telling you about this movie. Do not go and see this at the cinema. At first I thought, oh, you want to see it at the cinema because the opening scenes of Seeing Earth and that were fantastic. But then after that, most of the scenes are like close-ups, so no big deal. You can watch it on a small screen at home. It is not worth paying. If I'd paid money to see that, I'd be a bit peeved off right now. Obviously, I've got the pass where I can see as many movies as I want for a fixed fee. Do not even go on buy one get one free days. Just wait till this comes out on Netflix, which will probably be in about 6 months, because this isn't going to be at the cinema long. Word is going to get out that this is pants, and it's not going to be out at the cinema long. It can't be. It's rubbish. Surely I'm not the only one that sees this. So let me know what you think if you were crazy enough to see this. Maybe you watched the movie and then you're going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and listen to some reviews and see whether I'm going crazy here or whether everybody thought it was rubbish and a complete waste of 2 hours of your life. I just don't get what they were thinking. What was the idea behind this movie? Was the idea to have two superstar actors, Tommy Lee Jones and Brad Pitt, and then try and build a story around them? Because if this didn't have them two actors, you'd have probably walked out after like half an hour just thinking, you know, I'm only buying this because of Brad Pitt. When the movie starts, you're optimistic, thinking, oh, you know, this is going to lead somewhere and it's going to get really good. But now that I've seen the movie and I've seen how it ends, that optimism early on was just wasted optimism. Probably going to give this a 6 out of 10, and that feels generous. I feel peeved. No, I can't give this a 6 out of 10. It's going to have to be... I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's getting a 5 out of 10. I'm never going to watch this movie again. It's 5 out of 10, which even that is being quite generous. Do not waste your time going to see this at the cinema. The only good movies out right now is basically It and The Lion King, if you want to see that again. Go and see It again. Don't waste your money seeing this. I'm sorry, it was a shocker. I love Brad Pitt. He's one of my favourite actors, legend. Unless I miss something, please tell me what I'm missing. Tell me what I'm missing, you know? But for me, this movie was pants. If you've agreed with any of my other reviews, you know, maybe we've got similar tastes, and just giving you a warning, don't waste your money on this. It was terrible. It was terrible, unless I've missed something. So, stay clear of Ad Astra. Thanks for listening to the review, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.